Alright, so I filled up all my tags for 2 pages. And now I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna do the other 2 pages another time. Because too much is boring. And I don't want to make a music video too long for you guys. So we're definitely gonna start with, what do you say, the front or the back? I don't know. But I made a piece of paper that fits exactly on here. I think I even can cut this a little tiny bit smaller. So we can work on this. So it's not easy to work on your album. So that's why I made a page. So let's decide what we're gonna make on this page. I feel I'm gonna cut this a little shorter, and then I'll come back and decide what we are going to do. Okay, so first of all, these are all my full pages left after decorating. Pretty much. This is, by the way, my 4th paper set, so still plenty. Alright, so what shall we do? What shall we make on our last one? Normally I will make the pages on the inside cover flat, easy, big pockets, maybe an envelope pocket, see-through pocket. There are plenty of ways, and it's totally up to you what you would like to do for a last page. Okay, so stay tuned. Okay guys, first of all I need to check what our last page has on papers, so I can match that a little bit. I have something in mind, but I first need to check out, definitely not a green one, but we can use some tags. This one fits, this fits, definitely. Black we also use. Oh yeah, that is maybe a good start, but this is then this direction. Okay. We also can do the lighter one. This might be, and then this little piece. Alright, so this is a little bit what I have, because you know I love to use first what I have. So I think I will use, because I want to make 2 strips. Maybe I go for this one for 2 strips. Alright, I'm gonna do a nice pocket with a closure, but then I definitely like it a little bit smaller. So I'm gonna cut 2 strips of 1 inch. We're gonna make this fit on here. Okay, gluing this first down, and then what we have left in the middle, we can do as you can see, I have a little skin issue here. Sometimes I have that with wearing a ring. And I can't remember that I had a ring on that is not pure silver. On this finger, sometimes I do have the steel rings, or but once in a while you also get a cheap ring, just because you want to wear it a day. And then I sometimes have this, but That was not the case this time. And then my next reason why I have this is sometimes I wear a brick ring like this one, and it does not have any air under. So if that gets wet and I don't dry it under the big ring, then I will get this issue. So it's okay, a few days and it will go away, but I don't like it and it's itchy. Anyway, so we have a part left right here, and that's a nice 6-inch. So what about, oh, now I think I can make a nice waterfall. Why not? But first, okay, what if we make a waterfall like this, but I want to have a closure? Yep, then we can make the closure right here and then do a top one. Shall we do that? Why not? So we have a 6-inch left. So what if we make a nice, and that's a nice size for photos. So let's make, if you also want, can we make a 2? No, we can't make a 2. This I can make a 2. So I'm gonna cut mine 6-inch. That was fitting nicely between. Yep. Then we're gonna score 1/2 inch. Gonna fold it down. And shall we do 4? 6 by 4? Yeah. Meaning that I can cut this one also 4.5. And then score 1/2 inch. It's the same thing. So 6 by 4.5 will do fine. And how many? Let's count how many that we can put on here. How many that we want. So I put the first one on. And then I'm just going to put my ruler here. So the next one is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe even 8, but that's, I don't know. So 8 extra. Okay, we shall see. So I'm gonna make these and I'll come back in a second. Oops. I'll come back when I have cut them and fold them and put my tape on. Alright, so I will see you in a second. Okay guys, so I have a bunch of these pages, but I was just thinking, I have something in mind. I have no idea if it will work, but I have something in mind to give it a little bit more playful. So I first start with the first one, just on top, the top. Alright. Now what if, and I know you guys don't think too difficult. What if you split this in 2? I really like if you have 2 little ones. Okay. Would that be cool? Or do you think, oh my gosh, Diane, don't do this? I don't know. I'm just going to try it out. So is this a 6? So then I'm just going, oh, what am I thinking? If it's a 6, then I need to have this on a 3. And I'm only going to cut down till the fold. So this is what I'm going to do. Cut till the folds. Then obviously there would be nothing in the way. What would it be? My dogs are a little fighting about a bone. So if you're hearing something, then those are my dogs. Alright, place this down. So what you have then is a full piece and a 2-piece. I think it's cute. But if you don't, then just leave these 1 piece, of course. If you only have bigger pictures, then just put only the bigger ones on. Of course, you can do whatever you like, but I like it. It's because the puppy won't want all the bones, and that is of course not fair. So the little one, my little one, is not giving in. Well, sometimes she does, but for now I'm very proud of my little one, that she is not giving in. And I think they just went outside running, so I think they will get tired in a bit. But for now, if you hear something growling, moaning, and those are the dogs. I must say my daughter was off for the weekend for 2 nights, somewhere on a little weekend holiday. And I just noticed that now when the puppy came back, how quick it can go with totally not remembering how it works here. She peed yesterday 4 times in the house, and not on the dog toilet, and she was very busy. Not that last week she was just really comfortable with everything and being not quite quiet, but like my dogs, but yeah. So I don't know what happened this weekend. Maybe she get too much triggers or too much activity that she think that I need every day. But now we are back at my house and I need to film. So get quiet. I think the last one, I also think that I'm gonna make a full one, not too much of the 2 cut ones. Alright, so how much do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I still have a few left. I can make another one, but is that ridiculous? No, I think it's enough. 8 is enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 8 is enough. I made 2 extra. I like these to be split. I love it. Why not? Do something crazy, I always say. Do something crazy. It is possible. It is possible to do one more. Nah, I like it like this. Alright, so that is done. How are we gonna make a nice closure, because this flips everywhere and we don't want that. We can make a round closure, and oh, what if I put this upside down? Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, it's meant to be. If I put this at the bottom, yes, perfect. Okay, so we do need 9. Okay, so we're just gonna place this down at the bottom. If I place this a little higher, then it just matches just a little bit better with the other piece. So you can choose that. Okay, see? Yeah, that is nice. So we can make a nice envelope closure. Hello, are we good? Goed zo, gatje. Goed. Ja, goed zo. Zie jouw botje. Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright, it's time to decorate. I have still one of this left, but that will not match. I'm gonna make a new one. Alright, so yeah, let's decorate it all, guys. So we can open this up. Hey. Sst. Moeten de mensen van denken? Herrieschoppers. Oeh. Siccors helpen. No. I don't want to interfere because this is just my little one teaching the puppy that she don't want to get rid of her bone. It's so cute. Alright, so we have our waterfall here, but still we have an opening here. Do you want, guys? Hello? Okay, I needed to help her a little bit because the one that had the little one, that bone is more soft and already better to chew on, and the other one is quite new, which the puppy had. So she wanted the one that was nice and chewy, and mine did give up. So it was a little fight, as you could hear, but she gave up, and that I don't like, so I helped her. Alright, yeah, I don't know if that's the best way, but she's so little, 2 kilo for a dog. That's double the size already. Alright, so I think I am gonna make a little pocket. Can't resist this, guys. I can't resist making a nice little pocket below a waterfall. So bottom hinge, side hinge. There we go. Fold it down. Place this on, not completely on the edge, just make it, I'm just gonna stay, okay, I can explain it like this better. Stay in the waterfall page size. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. So if you think that with pages that we made earlier is not enough space to add your pictures, then this page will definitely be the one for you to add on the inside cover to have more space for extra pictures. Stay away from the fold lines, guys, always. Always. I just got a phone call, by the way, from the tooth people. Let's call it the tooth people or the denture people. I'm so happy. The service is amazing where I went. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna decorate this first, and then I can decide which one fits on here. Maybe a nice black one. This fits nice. All right. So anyway, so this I have my. Do not crinkle all these. I'm gonna tell you while I decorate this what I was talking about for the service that the denture gave me. Oh, no, they are quiet. Well, at least mine are quiet now. Let's see. I do like this one because I have that also, but I don't want to have it fully. I want to have it come back because it also was on the other page. So I think a nice yellow or a beige one this could do, or this one could do. Maybe we can split this or this. Maybe I'm gonna do a little bit with this one. I think I'm gonna make the round ones with this one, but maybe we also have a leftover piece. Yep, that's this one. So we can use that. Here is a nice leftover piece. Yes, cool. Alright, so that is the decision. Let's cut some papers. Because this, oh, I could make this fully, but that's a little bit boring. Maybe I'm gonna put this one as a strip. Alright, so in the meantime, I'm gonna tell you a little bit, and if you don't want to hear it, just skip me. But let's cut this is nice for a nice little strip. I need two then, of course. So, I had an appointment this Friday, but they already told me that the doctor will be not in that day. And that's almost 2 weeks ago that we made that appointment, but the root that is still in my gum is still hurting, and I still need some painkillers each morning. Well, by accident this morning it was not needed, but and it's getting darker and darker if I look in my mouth to see that root. So yeah, and I do take naproxen. And this morning my physio told me, well, if you take naproxen and that's the only painkiller that works, then maybe it's infected. So yeah, that is maybe good possibility. But yesterday I emailed the denture doctor, and to have that question for me being worried about that root, because I still have pain and everything, and what I just told you. So, and I don't know when my jaw is recovering enough for them to take the root out. I just want to know how much longer. Is it 1 week? Is it 1 month? Is it 2 weeks? Is it 2 months? I have no clue, because I don't want to take that long, those painkillers. And I think nobody wants. So I was just telling, maybe it's a good idea for you guys to put this question at the doctor already, so you can tell me this Friday what the plan is with this root still in me, because I am a little bit worried on how much time we need to think. I need to think. So they called me this morning and that they saw the mail, and that it is maybe a very good idea to let the doctor watch. So we rescheduled, how you call that. So now I have an appointment tomorrow, very early in the morning, but instead of Friday. So that's so cool. So I'm very happy. I am happy that they thinking with me. So if I am, and this is the second time that they are so yeah, I call it service guys. Maybe it's just normal, but I have an experience for the last few years that is not normal. That they listen to me, and yeah, that maybe it's totally normal, but yeah, like I told you, for me it's not completely normal. Shall we do this on the middle, or shall we do the yellow one completely? It's a little bit too much yellow, don't you think? I think it's too much yellow. So I want, if I do these, I want to have some darkness here. It's too, I also want to have some black here. I just want. So yep, I was just very satisfied on how it all goes. I think I am gonna do the black. It fits completely, so why not? Cutting this one down, cutting this one down, and then it might be just enough to put this. Oh yes, it is enough. Here a mark, here a mark. So I'm very curious what the doctor will say tomorrow. If he have good news, bad news, I have no idea. Maybe he can kill the nerves of the roots or something like that. I don't know. But there is something wrong with the root, because it definitely does hurt pretty much. If I eat, then I need to suck. Yeah, well, it's a strange thing to tell you, but if I eat, I need to suck a lot with my tongue and my mouth to keep the dentures inside and everything, because I still can't chew, especially not on the left side where the root is. I definitely can't chew, even that the denture is over that root. It just hurt. Hello. What's they are nice going on, guys. Sorry if I scared you. Well, they scared you maybe. Because I was also spooked a little with a loud barking. The most beautiful thing about all this is definitely between my youngest one and and the puppy, and Chica's just laying there. Oh, I don't mind what you do if you just leave me alone. That is so funny. I think this fits marvelous on here, so I'm gonna make those with my 1 inch round punch. I'm definitely gonna cut some extra for the sturdiness, mostly 3-4 layers, depends on how thick your paper is. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay, and I am done. I'm gonna show you how the end result is of this page. So I cut out this one to decorate this page a little bit. So we're gonna put this down, put a full page on here, then you move this up. The rest of the papers I choose for the bottom one, but that was still a lot. So I chose 2 extra 1/2 inch pieces to put on these pages to just have this the same one. and then the rest I put down the yellow one, but I still had left, so I chose for another 1/2 inch here and here, and then I still had enough to do the pocket, which we come in a second. Then these are I have done for the last part. So first I chose for the full 6-inch pages to do these edges, so that is what I first did, and then I chose for the pocket and to do the back of this same, and then I added some tags in here, and then I had some left of this one, so I first do these, but I especially did not make to the same ones, otherwise maybe you do not see that I would cut this in two. So yeah, and then I choose some other leftover pieces where we can put this one on. So I could leave these plain, but I think no, I think it's fun if I put some design paper on. So the full ones I kept it plain, only a 1/2 inch on, and then if you can see in between I also added some design paper on, so we don't have too many empty spots. And that is how this all flips back and forward, and then you just can close this down, and I added my little bee on here. So what do you think, guys? Is that cute or what? I think it's so cute. So I'm gonna put this in the back of our album, and as you can see it matches pretty well with the left one. So yep, I like how it all comes together. So I'm gonna put this in here, and as you can see here, this fits marvelous with this page, so it does not bump into each other. Alright, put it on and let's see what's next. I have a little video for one person who asked me about this blade from the 2-in-1 Memory Keepers cutting and scoring board, how to remove this one. I never had any board what was so easy, because you just can, and sometimes I tell people that it's so easy to take this off, and and I even say, well, if you put it down like this, then it falls off. It doesn't. Sometimes it does, but it doesn't. So I'm just gonna lift this up, and you just, normally you can remove it. See, it is that simple. I think it's just this piece right here. See, this holds it down. Just oh no, not on the floor, not on the floor. Okay. So yeah, I just must say it is so easy to put this on just like that. See, it really is. So you just need to lift this butt, let's call this the butt, the end of the blade. So I don't have to do that much to lift this up and pull it off. So I don't understand why it's that difficult for the person who asked me this. But maybe they did an update, I don't know. But I also have the tool, the work it all tool for this one, and it's absolutely working exactly the same. So yeah, this holds it down. Okay, so yeah, sometimes if I hold this down on it on the hat, then this falls out, because if you can see, I don't need to do that much. So it's the same thing if you put this, slide this on and it slides off. So yeah, I can't make it any difficulter than that it's, and now I have it in front of me, so if I put this down, it even goes so much easier to put it on and put it off. So yeah, it is that easy, guys. It is that easy to replace this one. See, I don't need that pressure or anything. But like I said, I don't know if there is an update. I have no clue. But this is how my blade works. And I have this how many years? I don't know. 2 years maybe? I have no clue. But this is how I change my blade so easily.